We could be facing the perfect economic storm, stagflation. Experts seem to all agree that the fallout from the banking crisis has raised the risk of recession. Inflation is expected to remain high as well. Recession plus high inflation usually equals stagflation. Economic uncertainty means you have to keep up with what's happening. Make sure you subscribe and we'll keep you in the know. It's unclear if we've seen the last of the instability in the banking system. However, experts say what isn't unclear is the impact that fallout from the banking crisis will have on the economy. Policymakers and analysts now say tighter credit conditions generated by the turmoil will push the U.S. into recession. Among those sounding the alarm are economists at the Federal Reserve who say they expect a U.S. recession to begin later this year. It's not only the prospect of a U.S. recession that has the attention of experts. Analysts now say the banking crisis might be the straw that breaks the back of the global economy. According to the International Monetary Fund, retirement savers could be facing the weakest period of global growth in more than 3 decades. The IMF now projects global output will grow at a pace of 3% per year for at least the next 5 years. That's the lowest medium-term growth forecast since 1990 and well below what annual global growth has averaged over the last 2 decades. Explaining the reasons for its dismal forecast, the IMF said, "The anemic outlook reflects the tight policy stances needed to bring down inflation. The fallout from the recent deterioration in financial conditions, the ongoing war in Ukraine, and growing geoeconomic fragmentation." But it's not just a bad case of economic anemia that could keep IRAs and 401ks bedridden for years. The IMF also expects inflation to remain higher through at least 2025. And when you add a big dose of inflation to weak economic output, you end up with the dreaded condition known as stagflation. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, also sees stagflationary conditions mounting in the wake of the banking crisis. In a recent update to their 2023 global outlook, BlackRock said, "The bank tumult has reinforced our recession's view." And just like the IMF, BlackRock says inflation will walk hand in hand with economic downturn for years to come. In an analyst note, BlackRock said, "The cycle of rapid rate hikes will stop without inflation being back on track. We think we are going to be living with inflation." A low-growth, high-inflation environment may prove especially toxic for IRAs and 401ks. There could be a remedy for retirement savers in the form of precious metals. According to research by the World Gold Council that looked back over the last half-century, a climate of stagflation is the one that is most supportive for gold. Gold has been the best stagflation performer since 1973. And Bridgewater Associates, the world's largest hedge fund, goes even further. In their review going back 100 years, Bridgewater found that gold stood out as one of the best performing assets during periods of stagflation. Experts are forecasting that the fallout from the banking crisis may lead to a period of stagflation that lasts several years. Fortunately, as research suggests, if stagflation is the problem, precious metals could be part of the solution. That's why I suggest you take the time to learn more about what's really going on in the economy by attending our exclusive one-on-one web conference at AugustaPreciousMetals.com/webconference.